Hi, everyone. You know what I'm doing today? I'm indoorsy. Anyhow, because I'm going to take this big aloe vera plant back here, and this is where it sits. Aloe vera plants, indoor aloe vera plants, because I'm in zone 6, they like indirect light, and that is where my indoor plants sit. I only have plants indoors that don't require direct light because of the way our house is lit up. But you can see what's going on here. This thing is full of what they call pups. This is a succulent, and these are all babies that I need to get out of this pot. And I've created small pots because they're going to get gifted to friends and family. But before I take this out of its pot, I want to I've already got them decorated, and you may be saying why, and it's because I don't want the pots to be too dirty and add soil. There's already soil in the pots halfway up, just regular potting soil too. With the aloe vera plant, even though it's a succulent, if you have succulent or cactus soil, you can use that. But I've always just used regular potting mix. This is normal potting mix. The plant likes well drained soil. You want to water it maybe once a week. The one thing you don't want to do is let these plants sit in water, because then their roots will rot. And it can go longer between waterings too. So they're easy plants to have, and every one of your family members, friends should have an aloe plant, because the gel in them is great for burns, rashes, even like mosquito bites and poison ivy. And in the kitchen, mine's kept here, and I use it frequently. I'm always, for some reason, getting my hand on the burner when I'm taking these out of the oven. But it is a great little plant to have for those things this summer. Any kind of bee sting, it really works. So it's nice to have, and it's a beautiful plant. This was a gift to me, and now I'm going to be gifting it, I don't know to whom, but I've got 4 pots ready to go. And I have just my regular potting mix in the soil. It looks like this, regular, what I would use for any of my plants. And if you have potting soil and you think it's going to be too heavy, add a little perlite, mix it with a cactus mix. But if you read about it, potting soil will work fine for potted plants. And then I'm going to take it apart, but let me go ahead. What I've done here to decorate this is I'm putting a little bit of hot glue to hold my raffia. I tried tying it and it just wouldn't stay put. So I'm just taking some raffia here, and I'm going to tie it around. So I put a piece of glue in the back there. You can see it right here. And it sets up very quickly. And then I'm going to put a piece in red. Let me get this tied, and I'll show you where I'm going to put my next little bit of hot glue. Thank goodness I live with an artist, a creator. So then my next little bit of glue is going to go right up here where I'm going to finish tying this off. So a little bit of hot glue right there to stabilize your raffia. I tried using double stick tape, and that wasn't working at all on these little clay pots. And clay pots are really nice to use. They're a little more porous. They're more breathable. You can use plastic, but I think clay pots make it look that much nicer. So look at that. It's already stuck. Get that little piece of glue off of the front. There we go. I'll take that off. So it stabilized that. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a little bundle of my dried flowers. I love my lavender. I think it makes a real pretty. I have dried lavender, and then I also have, this is sedum that I've taken from the garden and dried. And Reg suggested, which is a good idea, he uses this varnish, spray varnish, on many of his projects. And he suggested put it on these dried sedums so that the heads wouldn't fall apart. And what a great idea, because they don't. I'm going to take a little piece off of that. So I'm just going to bring this together like this. I think it looks really pretty on these pots, this warm tone with this pretty green is going to be pretty. And then I am using the double stick tape, to just wrap these with so that they stay together. And then they'll stick to the raffia too. But if you don't have that, you can use regular tape. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done just like that. That has hardened. I'll tie this together. And boom, you've got this wonderful little project pot. And we're going to fill it. Hopefully these pups come out easily today. This has been the hardest part so far, I thought, was getting these little pots together. Ah, there we go. And 'tis the season to take your plants. And then while I do, I like them to look a little wild. So I will just cut a little bit of this raffia off like that. And that's what they'll get. Now let's take this plant out of its pot. Maybe. Let's see if I can get it without breaking limbs. And oh, there we go. Good. Out of the pot. And let's see if I can get these babies to come apart. Yep. Look at this. Isn't that cool? And all I'm going to do with the little pups is put them in these pots. I have a lot of them. Just like this. You can just pull them apart. Yeah, this looks nice. So I'm going to just put them in the pot. That's their roots. Stick that all right in there. And I will add a little soil on top of that, which I have right here. And won't these make wonderful little gifts? Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Loving it. Put those in there. Get those all set up. I'm going to have several little pups here to make plants. And I will just repeat, repeat, repeat. What the last thing I will do, I'm going to take all the babies away from the mama plant. One thing about these plants, they stay compact in the size pot you put them in. So I'm not putting that plant in a bigger pot yet, maybe next year. But for now, Mama's going to go back in here, hopefully. So I'm going to stick Mama right back in this pot. And there we have it. A fun little project, particularly this time of year. 'Tis the season, right? Whether you're going to a party, it could be a nice housewarming gift. Or, a party to the hostess gift. So that's going to be my project for the day. And then it'll go back in the window. I have all of these babies ready to go in these fancy little pots for the holiday. What do you think?
I like it.
Give it a try. If
Time to time.
Everybody needs one.
Yeah.
So that's how it's going to look, guys. These are all going to go in these lovely little pots, be gifted away. So we'll see you the next time on Gardening on the West Fork. Bye.